Hi folks, welcome to Rudy Vision. Today I'm going to show you how to improve your research times for your crafting. If you're just starting the game or haven't really developed your crafting abilities, getting and becoming a master crafter in the game requires you to have all the traits of weapons, armor, and jewelry to be learned and researched so that you are not only able to make these items with the traits or respective sets, but so you can also have the Master Crafter achievement. And to just give you an example of how the research system works, you go to any blacksmithing, woodworking, jewelry, or clothier station, and you click on the research option, and you'll get a couple options that are available to you with the items that you need for research. Now, I use this character as an example because I don't have anything learned on this respective character. But as you can see, I need to learn pretty much everything on the board here. Now, the items that are highlighted are researchable because I have those items on hand and I can research it. So I'll give you an example real quick here. If I go to the item that I want research, this dagger of vicious death that I have, and I'm going to click on it to research it. The first time I do it, it looks like it's going to be 6 hours real time to learn the ability. Now, the thing you have to know is when you're researching items, it goes by real time, not the game time. So from the time it starts to 6 hours from the time you started, that's when it will be complete. So you can log off the game and it'll still do the research, but you have 6 literal hours to do it. Now, this progressively gets longer as you progress in the game and as you progress with the skill lines here. Let's say I had 8 of the 9 of these learned. It would take me 30 days or longer to learn the final trait that I need to complete just the daggers in this category here. So that's just to give you an example of the research time. Now, how do you improve it? Well, it's pretty simple. You go to your skill lines and you want to max out your blacksmithing, woodworking, jewelry, and clothier to the max, and then you want to put points into the respective research time slots. As you can see here, I don't have any points put in, but this progressively increases my chances of lowering the research time, and then when I fully max it out, I get capped at 30 days, meaning if I have 8 of the 9 traits learned on a respective item, then that final 9th time I do it for that thing to complete it, it will take me 30 days. Now, if I don't have this maxed out, it could take as long as 60 days to complete one weapon for fully 9 trait. So that's just to give you a perspective of how long it takes um, in real time to max out your crafting skills. Now, once you have the abilities maxed out for the research time, meaning you have all the points put in to make it to where you can maximize the time better so that it doesn't take so long for you to learn these skills, then you have a couple options available to speed things up even further. And I'm going to give you an example because I'm out here in the capital city of Mournhold right now, and I'm going to take you to the master writ vendor. Now, if you're familiar with the writ point system, you can use, once you have obtained writ points, you can use those writ points to buy scrolls in the game. And they call it research scrolls. Basically, it will cut down the time on learning these respective skills by 1 day, basically. Now, for these scrolls in particular, there is a cooldown method. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, it says cooldown 20 hours. That means you have to wait 20 hours to use the same scroll again. So you can't just buy a bunch of these up and then expect to learn the traits right away, right off the bat. It doesn't work that way. There's a cooldown method. Now, the workaround to this is there are scrolls that are given to you in the game that don't have a cooldown method. And let me show you what those are as well. You get some of these in the game, and they are going to be, let's see if we have an example here. It's called the Instant Research Scroll, and you get this from your rewards of the day that you pick up just by logging onto the game. That does not have a cooldown method on this. So you can use as many of these as you want and get your crafting level up really fast. Now, for the instant all research one, that's good to use on a bunch of them. Meaning, if you got research times going on your woodworking, your jewelry, your blacksmithing, your clothier, you can knock out an entire day for all of them, not just one particular item. And that's the neat thing about this here. If you save these or have these in your inventory, they are a blessing in disguise because they will help you dramatically increase your time to be able to craft a lot faster your items. So basically, it cuts down on the time it takes to do the research, and it makes it a lot faster for you so you can learn those abilities to get up to 9 trait crafter. And you hear the term often, 9 trait crafter. Basically, what that means, as I showed you at the table there, it basically means that you have everything in a category for a specific weapon, armor, jewelry, learned, and knocked out so that you can make it into a 9 trait set. Basically, certain sets in the game require you to have a 9 trait ability or everything learned on the research for one particular piece of armor, weapon, or jewelry. Now, with regards to jewelry and where to find some of the traits on those, I have a video on my channel that you can watch. It would take too long to put it to incorporate it into this video, but I encourage you to watch that on my channel, and I give you the breakdown of where the specific jewelry traits you can find those in the game are. Um, Also, another thing to keep in mind is that certain events, specifically one that's coming up soon, also improve the time on your research. And what that will do, let's say you have something that you're learning for 30 days in the game, right? And the event kick starts. What that's going to do is it's going to take time off of those days. It'll take maybe about 10% or 3 days off on that time during the event. So your crafting ability to research items faster will definitely improve during specific events in the game that give you a better inspiration bonus to where you can learn these research times a lot faster. And also, I believe in your champion points menu, there's a category as well that will help you to improve the crafting inspiration. And whether that affects the research times or not, I'm not 100% certain because there's been so many changes in the game recently. But that could also affect how your research times go, whether you can get that done a lot faster or not. So these are the common tips that you can use to cut down on the research time for yourself so you don't have to wait 30 days or longer to learn all the 9 traits on a specific weapon. And just keep in mind, to get the Master Crafter achievement, you have to have every single item with regards to your blacksmithing, woodworking, clothier, and jewelry all learned and all at 9 traits to be able to qualify for that Grand Master Crafter achievement. All right, folks, so that concludes my video on how to improve your research times for crafting. If you like this video, please hit the like button and become a subscriber. I put out videos on Elder Scrolls Online each and every week, and I'll see you next time.